Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak from Stampin' Shout. Welcome. Well, it's day 2 of my inked and tiled Stampin' Up stamp set series. That's hard to say. Anyway, today we are going to make 4 projects, all in today's video, really quick and easy. And it's going to be like a gift that you could give somebody, but I think you're probably going to want to keep a set for yourself. Anyways, I'm really excited to show them to you. What's cool about today is we're going to use all of the images that are in the stamp set and a lot of the sentiments. So you're going to see a lot of stamping, and I think you're going to like it. So let's make a card. Hi Stampers, it's Nancy. So welcome. Today is day 2 of my inked and tiled series. So this week I'll have 5 different ideas for you on what you can make with the inked and tiled stamp set. So it's got a lot of botanical images and a lot of different all occasion sentiments. So it's really a very versatile set, and it's easy to stamp with. And yesterday, hang on one second. This is the card we made yesterday. So this was stamped on the designer series paper, and then we texturized it with the embossing folder. And today we're going to use all of the images and a lot of the sentiments. And it's something that I really haven't done before, and I don't know why. I think it's a great idea. It's little stationery cards. So we are going to make all 4 of these. We're going to do it in an assembly line, so we'll get it done really, really quick, and I think you're going to like it a lot. I just love the way they turned out. So I have white and black mats and crushed curry as the base. So let's start by bringing out the white pieces. The inks I'm using are crushed curry and old olive, and I will just bring in my little samples and we'll just make them together really quick. So first thing I'm going to do is stamp all the images, then I'm going to go back and stamp the sentiments. So first one, I'm going to bring in this big flower stamp and stamp down in the corner, just like that. Then I'm going to bring in the leaf stamp and ink it up with the old olive. And I have a scrap down here, so we're going to get a little bit messy here, but I'm just going to stamp some leaves here and there. And we're going to stamp one up here in the corner. This one will be a little bit more of the leaf showing. And let's go on to the next one. So this one, I stamped flowers all along the side. So it's a big stamp, and I didn't use it all. I just used the top part of it. And I just want the flowers first, so I'm not going to use the leaves. Let me get this back in the camera a little better. So I'm just inking the top part of that stamp. And I'm going to start stamping at the top of the card. Do that a couple more times. And now I'm going to bring back in the old olive. I'm going to clean this stamp off with my little chamois. And now I'm just going to use the leaf. So I'm just going to kind of ink up. You can see where it's at. So I'm just going to ink the leaf up. And just put some leaves in here. I got a little bit on my flower, so I have to clean that. Just a little bit of green showing there. I think maybe I'll put a little one right there. Okay, so that one's done. So on this one, I used more of the green leaf. So I'm going to ink this whole leaf stamp up in the old olive and just stamp one down here. And we'll go up to the top and stamp another one. Then I'm going to bring in this little smush of a stamp. It's that little design right there. And I'm going to stamp with the crushed curry, just a couple here and there. So all these are going to be different, of course, but all are going to be gorgeous. I think that's good. And then we have this one. So that's just using the little 2-petal stamp, or the 2-flower stamp. So I'm going to ink that up in the crushed curry. I'll do one in the center and one on each side. And I think I'm going to do a stamp off. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to stamp off just like that. And then I'm going to bring in the big leaf stamp and the old olive. And I'm going to stamp a couple of leaves. So I'm just going to use the top of it. Just like that. And let me bring that smoosh back in. And on this one I did black, but I think I'm going to do, I'll do old olive. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I know you can't see it that well because it's real faint, but we'll look at it again when we get the card all put together. So how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3. We have 4. So now I'm going to bring them back in, and I'm going to bring in my Memento ink, and I'm going to start stamping a couple of sentiments. So let's see, what did I do? On this one I did the thank you. I kind of just went across the top. I like that, just like that. And then what else did I do? This one I did lots of love. And then this one, just a note. And in this one, I did hello friend. Before I put my inks away and we put these together, I want to bring in an envelope. And what I would do with all of these would be to do a little stamp on the envelope. So this one, for this one here, I would stamp down in the bottom left-hand corner. And then bring in the old olive and stamp a couple of leaves. So then when you get done, your envelope will match your card. And when we get all done, I would wrap these up in a nice pretty bow, and they'd make a great gift. Unless you want to keep them for yourself, because they are pretty darn gorgeous. But let's keep up with our assembly line here. And so now we have our 4 cards, and I'm going to glue each one to the black mat, and then I'm going to glue that to the crushed curry card base. So there we have our 4 pieces of stationery, and then we have our envelopes that we would match, and then we'd put them all together and tie them up in a pretty bow. kind of like that. I have to play with my bow a little bit more, but wouldn't that make a beautiful gift? I think that'd be pretty with a different color ribbon, but I'll have to look through my stash and see what I have. But anyways, I thought that was a great little idea. Isn't that cool? Not a lot of supplies, and we used all the images in today's stamp set, so that was pretty cool. So tomorrow I have a very trendy card. So if you're on Pinterest, you might have seen it, and tomorrow we're going to make it. So be back tomorrow at noon. You'll see what it is. I'm excited to share it with you. Don't forget to leave comments to get a pack. Wow, that's a really good one, huh? Every comment will be entered to win today's project. So good luck. Don't forget to leave comments, and don't be shy. Stamp and shout.